Hello everyone and welcome back to Commander Clash. This week, we're playing the most popular commanders in the history of the Commander format. Let's see what everyone's running.
Hey, it's Phil, and I'm bringing a Traxa Praetor's Voice, the most popular commander of all time. And yeah, we are gonna play the Poison deck.
Hey everyone, it's Richard, and I'm playing Lathwell, Golgari Elf Ball. We're gonna make a ton of mana, and then we're hopefully gonna cast Craterhoof Behemoth.
Hey, it's Somer, and today I'm playing the most popular version of Miram, which is just cards I have laying around and put together into a deck.
I'm Seth, and I'm playing a pretty traditional Ur-Dragon deck, looking to ramp into some massive dragons with the help of Ur-Dragon's Eminence ability working from the command zone. This show is brought to you by our sponsors. You can purchase all the accessories we use on the show over at ultimateguard.com, and you can purchase all your cards over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. You can also support us by buying merch at our merch store at mtggoldfishmerch.com and liking and subscribing to help the channel grow. All right, with the intros out of the way, let's hop into the game. 4, 3, 2, 1, Clash On!
Clash on!
Yeah.
Clash Ons are
That's
so
a
much more
strong
fun
clashing.
with Tomer around, I gotta say.
Because it's legitimately fun. Why did you all
See,
feel
when
like
Tomer brings the energy, Seth buys in.
Triumph
It's
go.
contagious.
It's contagious. It is. It's contagious. Tomer's got that contagious Clash On energy.
I'm going to play a commercial district, so it's a surveil land. I'll surveil one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
can see
put
that
this
card,
away.
Tomer.
Wow, that's...
Yeah, I'm going to surveil a Cyclone.
We can see that.
This is a very nice looking one.
Ooh.
I'm gonna draw. So I chose Lathril, and you know what? I hate more than Swords to Plowshares and
Manador.
It's Manador. I don't know why I did this
Oh.
to myself.
Where's my
Windhorn
farewell?
Elves. I mean, no cap. One farewell, and I'm leaving the room. Go.
That is elf. That's
Not
elf
sad.
life.
This is the elf ball life. Just please do not wrath.
I'm going to
Please
play
do not interact with
a
me.
surveillant, and I'm going to
Very
keep
nice.
this on top and go.
Can you tell us what it is?
All right, we will untap and draw.
You'll
Tomer was
see
nice
sooner
enough
or
to
later.
tell us what it was. I'm gonna Stomping
Yeah.
Grounds untapped.
Whoa.
Go down to 38, and then I'm just gonna cast a Farseek. Hopefully, I have a white-blue surveil land, and then you can go. Otherwise, I'll take a Triumph.
All right.
You have a 5C deck.
So I know this was a late edition. So this is my boyfriend's deck, as I say in the intro.
Ooh.
But he had a Soul Ring, which is banned in our group. So he took it out for Tomb de Balin, which is
my
Ancient
God.
Tomb from the Lord of the Rings.
We talk about RC inconsistencies. The most inconsistent
Yeah.
thing about us is we ban Soul Ring and then we play Ancient Tombs.
No, but we
Yeah, I
we
play it
survive,
every
right?
time.
So it's-
Why don't
yeah,
we ban it?
it's fast mana. I'm on
The
team
2
get
life
rid of
is
it,
fine, but Mana Crypt, no.
Yeah. Well, Mana Crypt is a 0-drop, so I don't know. Nature's Lore. I'm gonna float a colorless, and then I'm gonna take Mana Burn from it. I'm gonna
Oh.
find a forest and pass.
That's not Mana Burn, but yes.
Back in my day,
You know, it's so sad. This is the best deck for Gaia's Cradle.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
makes the deck like a million times. Like it's like unbelievable what it looks like with a Gaia's
Wow.
Cradle and without a Gaia's Cradle.
the poor elf ball hurting for mana.
I'll check in with you one wrath later. Let's see. I think we got to get the surveil value. So we're going to use the dork for mana, and we're going to cast Dwynen's Elite. When it enters a battlefield, if you control another elf, put a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token onto the battlefield. Dun, dun, dun. MTG Goldfish
Ooh.
merch. Check out your elf tokens.
.com.
Yeah.
Wooded Foothills. I'm going to fetch for a surveil land and pass the turn.
I couldn't find a surveil land, so I gotta Triumph, sadly.
I'm gonna say it.
How many
Dang,
triumphs did you
Triumph.
just cut all triumphs and put all surveil lands, Seth?
But
I'm gonna crack a
colored.
flooded strand and get actually a hollowed fountain. I mean, you already know what's going on. I'm gonna play a Plague Mirror. It has infect and absolute
Oh,
1 mana.
boy.
Oh,
And it's on and go.
Kill
The
Bill.
mega level threat.
All right, we're gonna untap and draw a land. Well, okay, we didn't draw a land, but we did draw a frog. Clifftop Lookout. When it enters,
Hey.
reveal cards until you hit a land, and then you put them in a land. Well, okay.
That's not a
I guess we'll
dragon.
Arena of Glory. So this comes into play tap no matter what. All right.
Wow. 2024 Magic has the power creep. It never ends.
Plus, it blocks a Plague Mirror, technically.
It sure does.
What happened to my Surveil land, guys?
I think my
lost
mana
it.
base. I think my mana base is actually going to kill me. I'm going to play.
Oh
a
my god! I
Steam
did it
House.
again.
Oh, no,
I'm a moron.
I'm going to casually lose 4 more life so I can play Steam Bets untapped, tap the Ancient Tomb. I'm going to play my first dragon. This is Thrakis the Butcher. It's a 3/4 trample, and whenever it attacks, double the power of each dragon you control until end of turn.
Nice.
Okay.
Most importantly, it blocks
Time for
the
a wrap.
stupid mirror.
Yeah, everyone's got to block that Plague Mirror.
I like the first poison counter is the scariest, right?
Oh,
Yep.
especially against Atraxa, for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna keep my Surveil card on top, I guess. Okay, I will play a Twilight Mire.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4 mana. I'm going to play Voice of Many. So Voice of Many, when it enters the battlefield, draw a card for each opponent who controls fewer creatures than you. I have 4
That
creatures,
is
guys.
everyone.
I think that's a
So I will draw 3.
harmonize.
Harmonize on a body.
Do I start clearing the way for Phil's
Come at my
infect?
frog.
You could.
Wait, oh, your frog's a 1/2? Oh my god.
It is a 1/2,
power
yeah. It's
The power
it's-
creep
Oh,
is
gotta
nice.
survive
and
a
it has
Bowmaster.
reach. It can block the dragons.
It
What
can block the
heck? Okay,
dragons, yeah. Busted.
I guess
Although
we
Tomer's
pass.
Tomer's dragon doesn't have flying. How's that possible, Tomer?
Because
Explain.
I believe it's a Dragonborn, which is a D&D thing.
I
It's a
pass
D&D
at
race.
7 cards in hand.
Like,
Have any of you
Yeah.
been watching the House of Dragons, like the new Game of
Yeah.
Thrones? It's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
good. I thought it was gonna really be bad because of
Wait,
how
I thought Game of Thrones
but
ended. What is House of Dragons?
Yeah, but it's not
It's
the same
like a
director.
prequel.
Why do you watch Game of Thrones but not Lord of the Rings? I don't understand anything about you. Seth.
Because Lord of the Rings doesn't have dragons. The Hobbit.
Yeah,
maybe Seth,
there's
did
more
you
of
watch
First
The
of
Hobbit?
all, Lord of the Rings has dragons, no?
No, The Hobbit has dragons. Seth, did you watch The Hobbit at least?
Oh no.
Which is way better than Lord of the Rings. It's
He doesn't even like dragons.
I think it's about action. Like Lord of the Rings is like the Doctor Who of fantasy movies.
There's
where
so
it's just
much
like people
action in
doing
Lord of the
nothing.
Rings.
Yeah.
Oh god.
What are you talking about?
Sure.
I'm gonna pay 3 mana and also play A.
Hey.
Look at-
What is going on?
And let's see what we hit.
Noggin.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
bounce
bounce
land.
land. That's
So
pretty good.
that's
So-
Kodama's reach right there.
I'm gonna play a bounce land, and then I'm going to
He has another bounce land in hand.
play a bounce land.
Oh
Yep,
my
I do.
God. And now the catch-up rate
Uh,
is surely online.
I don't play any catch up.
He's playing green. He doesn't need the catch-up ramp.
How greedy am I?
How are you going to greed?
The
I'm so
dragons are
confused.
online now.
Oh, yeah,
Are you
flare
gonna attack with the
cultivation.
one?
He's got flare cultivation.
damn,
Oh,
Flare
you
cultivation.
totally
Flare.
flared. What? You 100%
cultivation
flare
is
here,
sick.
no?
I would flare. No one else is playing, in fact.
Yeah,
What's the-
I
gonna
play
take-
playoff
you're gonna take
cultivation.
one
No, the
damage?
dick is up. Yeah,
That's
So I
another
play
good reason
playoff
to run
cultivation.
basics, by the way.
that is true.
Cultivation's
I
good
do
card.
run 4 basics in here. I did.
Wait,
Although-
you're running the
Grow-
flare, running 4 basics?
That's
That's
the
ambitious,
Richard mana
but-
base.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put a swamp on the battlefield, and I'll take a forest into my hand, and then I pass.
You laughed that I forgot to add basics to my deck before because I always pull out all of the cards and I'll be, oh, I'll add basics at the end, right? And then sometimes I forget to literally add basics at the end. So I'm running like a 98 card deck or something.
I
Good thing I
hope
run
I
like 2
changed-
basics, so it doesn't really skew it that badly.
I hope I've changed that already, but that's only a hope. I don't think I actually did.
You add basics first. I never add basics first because if I start
no,
cutting
because
cards
of
in the
price
middle
of
building,
progress.
How many basics did I put in my 5-color deck? 1. Did I need a black or red source? Red's a good dragon color. All right, we'll just get a mountain
Red is a
to
good
minimize
color.
our life.
I love that
lost.
mountain, by the way. Good choice. Good choice.
boomers.
All right, Mr. Tarmogoyf is a good card.
Put
So
some respect to world champion. I don't know if you even won a world championship at any point.
I think we're just gonna open the way X3. I get to reveal cards until I hit 3 lands and they go into play. So that's a ruinous ultimatum. That's a
that's great.
Mira. That's a concealed clever Wow, where's the lands? Dragon Tempest.
Ah, good thing
All right,
these
what
guys
is
are
the
not-
hell?
Cards.
Blooded
and it'd be funny if
Strands.
this open the way didn't happen. Seth would be mana screwed the whole game.
Oh, I would be so mana screwed.
True.
One ring, Hollowed Mountain.
God.
Put
Great.
them into play tapped. All right.
Dragon
so
All-Star, One Ring.
that goes in the graveyard. These are going to go on the bottom, and then these are tapped, and I'm not attacking. You can go.
2024 Dragon deck outramps Elf Ball.
Hey,
Great.
open the way, open the way.
Immune to board wipes in the meantime. Great.
Hey, my frog would die. My frog would die.
I guess we just run it out and hope for the best.
Oh, there it is.
So I play a mountain,
Miram.
I lose 2 life tapping Ancient Tomb, and I just play Miram Sentinel Worm.
Not
So
bad.
it's 6/6 Flying Ward 2. Whenever a non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a token that's a copy of it, except the token isn't legendary if that dragon is legendary. It's also signed by Brian Kibler. My boyfriend got it signed by Brian Kibler, aka the Dragon Lord. And now I will move to Smashies. Who do I hit? Yeah, I hit Seth.
Smashy.
But when it attacks, you double the power of each dragon you control until the turn. So it's actually a 6/4 with trample coming at you, Seth.
I will take 6.
And then I pass. I wish I,
will
was
remember
ramping as
this.
well,
Yeah.
but I'm a little bit worried now.
You got Miram though. Miram's pretty good.
Somebody's gonna
but
wrath the board.
if
though.
somebody rats, I'm
Please.
like GG'd.
So if you put me on an island and said, Richard, you must win this casual game of Commander power level 7 or you die, I would not run this deck, right? Because an Elf Ball deck is literally you spew your stuff on the battlefield and then you get wrath and then the game is over. I would actually just play all the land ramp and it would be a laughable combo deck.
Sounds
But
pretty busted.
I played Elf Ball. I played real Elf Ball here, and I would definitely
Or
have Gaia's Cradle.
You just go faster than the rest of the table, Richard.
Don't worry, guys. I got the best elf of all, Toski. And
Oh.
thankfully,
Ah,
Thankfully,
boo.
Bill. thankfully,
Yeah,
Bill
yeah.
decided
wide
to clear
open.
himself.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah,
Richard's
take 5, I
toasting.
guess.
Draw,
Four.
Oh, I
draw
take
3
everything.
into draw 4 is pretty good.
So you take 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I played a land already. So we're gonna discard Misty Rainforest, Verdant Catacombs, Yavimaya. I think.
Oh, I kind of wanted that.
Oh,
You
man,
should have
I
played
kinda
that
needed
one.
that.
So most Elf Ball decks run a ridiculously low number of lands, and I was not that brave. I'm still running 34.
I think
That's pretty
correct.
ridiculous.
That's
low.
already on the limit. Yeah.
Especially if you're not
Like,
going like
people run like
super-
29, 30, man. I look at like the average deck list and I'm like, okay, one wrap definitely Shadow Realms everybody.
I'm going to play a forest.
That's a good for it.
Then I'm going to play a exploration. You may play an additional land each turn. I guess it's time. And I play a Traxa.
Oh boy.
Is there anything to proliferate yet?
No.
No.
Not currently.
I am going to shock in this Hallowed Fountain, though. Go down to 28. I'm going to tap this and use the floating blue to cast Metastatic
Whoa.
Avenger. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, proliferate.
I kind of just want to draw a wrath.
Yeah, if Seth Rafts this turn, I feel like he's in a golden position, right?
I would love to
True,
draw a wrath.
but I
this
would
turn.
all
not
the
mind
players-
that.
Tomer's in the
Yes,
better one
that's
though,
fine.
because you don't have to spend
Nah.
the wraths.
So pass.
All right.
No
Let's have
attacking
it.
with the plague
Let's
mirror.
not have it.
I will. Everyone has a
Who
block,
would I
right?
attack, though?
Don't have
Oh,
it.
good
Wait,
hit.
can block?
Oh yeah, everyone can block it. So before
No.
I draw, I'm gonna crack this fetch land to get a forest. I guess I'm gonna crack both of them. I'm probably gonna have to get a shock with that one.
Who's the scarier dragon deck?
All right, so there's the
The Ur
forest.
Dragon or the Mirum?
The person who casts
Uh,
Open the Way.
I feel like
Right.
Miram's
Yeah.
more powerful on the battlefield. But
Yeah, now that
Ur
it's up there, I'd
Dragon
say
might be
Miram.
more stronger overall. All right, I'm just gonna take Hallowed Fountain. Oh, it's on my. Okay, I'm not taking Hallowed Fountain. It's on the battlefield. Where's a watery grave? That's legal. Just kidding. How about Steam Vents? That's also legal. The first legal.
What are
fetch
you
land, I'm
running
taking
exactly?
it.
Maybe
Oh,
we need to
God.
do another podcast, but looking at Seth's mana base and being like,
This is a real thing, right? Like you can't fit all the surveils, triomes, and shocks, so you got to start
There we
cutting them.
go.
So which ones do you prioritize?
Yo, I'm proud that Seth is running at least 2 basics already.
Two
on the
basics. Two
battlefield.
basics. Now draw
Yeah.
for my turn. Dragon makes my dragons cost 1 less. So I'm going to cast a 12 mana dragon for a single mana. I'm going to play
Scion.
Scion of Draco. 4/4 flyer that says each creature I control has vigilance if it's white, hexproof if it's blue, lifelink if it's black, first strike if it's red, and trample if it's green. So Clifftop Lookout, now a trampler. Now we will play a new card, Season of Gathering.
Oh,
So
no.
Season of Gathering
Okay.
gives
Yep.
5 paws worth of
Yeah.
modes. Can put a counter on something, give it vigilance and trample, blow up artifacts, enchantments, draw cards equal to greatest power among creatures you control.
Blow up artifacts.
There is a plague mirror. There's an
They'll
exploration.
get rid of the plague mirror. Yeah.
But I
it's-
think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go one
Let's
paw
not
mode
pretend we don't know exactly what Seth's going to do with
Twice.
this.
twice. So I'm gonna put
Oh,
2 counters
God.
on this Scion of Draco, and then we're gonna go 3 paw mode, which is draw cards equal to greatest power among creatures you control, which will now be 6 because my Cyanide Draco is a 6/6. So draw 6 cards.
There could
1,
be
2,
20
3, 4,
artifacts.
5.
A next turn artifact win the game combo on the battlefield. And Seth, drawing 6 cards.
And I
You
hit my
will,
land drop.
because maybe
just
he
barely.
finds
Gotta hit the
the
land
disenchant
Commercial
when he
district.
draws the cards.
Put that to the bottom or to the graveyard. I'm gonna put a Lurking Predators to the graveyard, and then you can go, Tomer.
All right, so you ramped, you drew
A little
the
ramp.
cards.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I have to discard the hand size
Yeah.
actually.
I would like to do green stuff. Okay, I'm gonna top deck Rishkar's expertise. I'm gonna do something that's called a pro gamer move. I'm going to
Wait,
play.
I don't want you to sweep, though. Don't sweep, please.
No, I'm gonna play a. Is it Boiler Works? And I'm gonna return Commercial District to my hands.
Oh my god, it's the value
No
survival.
tap for mana in response. That is.
Oh,
sucks.
oh no!
Return the
that's,
triome and cycle it for a card.
Oh,
Oh god.
Box
no.
set for spending like 5 mana to draw a card.
all right, I pass.
Oh my.
What? No dragon?
It is. It is not. The hand is not developing, folks. I kept lands and ramp and a little bit of spice, and it's not.
What's the spice? What's going on there?
Not relevant.
How big are your creatures?
I got
Tomer's
a
is the
6/6 and a
3/4 and the
3/4.
6/6. Great.
Yeah.
All right.
Great hoof.
I mean, it's an elf. I could hope at any time, right? You can just natural order for
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
yeah,
guess.
at any moment,
Yeah.
right? But I played an Okina Temple to the Grandfathers. It's a green land, but I can tap it with the green mana to make a legendary creature. +1/+1. How do people play Elf Ball in a world of dragons here?
No fear, Richard. You just tap them for mana and you cast more elves, and then eventually.
Okay,
something
Realm
happens.
Walker. It's a shapeshifter. When it enters, choose a creature type. I can look at the top card of my library anytime. I can cast creature spells of the chosen type from the top of my library. I'm going to choose Elf. I'm going to take a look. Yeah, I guess. We play Morrowind.
Oh.
So
there's
Morrowind
some
says, when another elf enters the battlefield under my control, put a +1/+1 counter on Morrowind, and then I can add green equal to Morrowind's power. So Toski must attack.
He's
I'm going
very
to send a
naive.
message. I'm going to hit you, Seth.
We'll block with the frog.
I can't believe the frog just would have killed Toski.
This is
But the
this is
indestructible-
2024 Magic.
Oh, I can look again, by the way. I'm going to look again. Okay, I'm going to pass the turn.
I can't believe I untapped with this. That's pretty good. I'm gonna draw.
I mean, that's not even the scariest thing on board, Phil. There's
Yeah.
also a mirror.
Yeah, I guess everybody's scary today. 3 mana. Infectious Inquiry. You draw 2
Oh,
cards,
no.
you lose 2 life. Each
Oh,
opponent gets a
begin.
poison
Oh,
counter.
now we on the clock.
Yeah.
Oh, we on the
boy. All
super
right,
fast.
so
Yes.
we gotta go with Phil.
Delicious.
Yep, I know. So I'm gonna go
Delicious.
down to a very scary 26. Kind of bad. I'm gonna draw 2 cards. I'm gonna pay 2 mana. I'm gonna play an Explorer. You may play an additional land this turn. Draw a card.
Thank
So
God
I
that's
got-
not a creature.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm gonna draw a card.
Ramp all you want. Don't play
Yeah.
creatures, please.
So I have 3 land drops this turn. I'm gonna make 1 here,
Gorgeous.
and then I'm going to make another one. It's a survey land. Ooh, I keep this on top. Don't be scared, though, please.
Phil, you can't
I'm
say
going
that
to-
because we're scared.
Pay 3 mana. Vraska's Fall. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker and gets a poison counter.
Ooh.
Could be
Man, that-
way better.
That makes me sad.
This
Yeah,
frog
Thomas
is
the only
so
one who
good.
gets hurt.
This frog
Yeah,
is
I
so
lose
good.
I lose
Safety.
Thrakis the Butcher.
I'm going to swing in at Richard because you have no reach, right?
So I take 4
Typical
commander damage.
archers.
And I gain 4 commander life.
You know, it'd be funny if you could proliferate commander damage.
I can proliferate something way scarier in my end step, and that's a poison counter. So feel free.
Well, you're going to choose not to, right? Because you're
You don't have.
you're a good
you don't
guy.
have the.
Oh,
You don't have to
we're
proliferate.
corrupted.
Fine.
I don't want
I'm
to.
choosing not to proliferate Seth's Draco there. So
Please, please.
that's a
Okay.
choice. Okay, everybody up to 3.
All right. What do we do about this? I will draw. I'm gonna play 3 Tree City.
Yeah, all right,
Oh,
all
yeah, I'm a dragon deck. I'm gonna name Dragon, of course. Okay, let's see if we can do this. So I need red mana, black mana, black mana,
Oh, is it
white
Ruinous
mana,
Ultimatum?
white
It's Ruinous
mana.
Ultimatum.
Ruinous Ultimatum.
Unfortunately, I'm 1 white mana short, but 3 Tree City. I can pay 2 and tap it and choose a color. And I make the mana of that color equal to the number of creatures I control that are dragons, which is 1. So I can tap 1, 2, 3 to make 1 more white mana. I'm going to cast Ruinous Ultimatum. Destroy all non-land
Yeah.
permanents your opponents control.
Yeah, I don't have a response.
Seth. I'm going to look at the top of my deck one more time and make sad face.
I think this is good. I mean, it's rough for elves, but we're going to die to Phil very quickly. I think if he just got to proliferate with that scholar. Phil, I will hit you for 6.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
makes
kind of my
sense.
whole turn, though. All I have is a 6/6, and then you can.
All you have is a 6/6.
How many cards are in your hand?
A grip full of cards.
Yeah.
Also 6. A 6/6 and 6 cards.
I'm gonna help Seth, sadly. Yavimile,
Hey.
creator of Rogue.
How does this
Then-
help Seth, though?
Because his mana fixes
Yes.
for him.
It does help with my mana.
Look what's
a
going
little
on
bit.
with his mana base. And 8, lose 2 life, tapping the Ancient Tomb, and I will recast Miram. Hey. All right, I'm done.
All right. The hardiest elf of them all, Toski, untaps. We're going to draw the card I knew was coming. It is nothing that we really want. We're going to play Dousing Dagger.
Nice.
Ooh,
Oh,
that is
cool.
Let's get the plants here. I'm going to give the plants to Seth.
I've drawn 0 extra cards. You've
Yeah.
seen my turns.
Okay, but you might actually have token synergies.
All right.
Do you attack me with this?
Yes, I'm going to attack you with this.
Oh man, I could have gotten the plans, I guess, but no,
Three.
I got a
Heck
sort
yeah!
of cautious, fresh.
Whoa!
from
Whoa!
I'm sorry.
I gave-
Whoa.
3. Great. I play a
Too bad.
Heritage Druid. I passed the
Pretty
turn.
good.
Dousing Dagger was never tapped.
I do that all the time with my equipment too. I just like take the entire stack and go like, eh.
I'm gonna play I'm not even gonna try to read this because this is French. because
Yes!
they gave me
I
a turn.
love the way.
my English version of this because
Heck
it was
yeah.
foil. So now I'm
Oh.
stuck with a French one. It is a Dreamtide Whale. It has Vanishing 2. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, proliferate.
Card's so good.
I'm going to
That's an issue.
put some
Card's so
Vanishing.
good.
It's
counters
really
on this.
good because he can just control it, even if we all do.
I'm
nothing.
going to cast my second spell this turn. It is a Traxa. So on the stack, there's triggers, and
we
I'm going to
proliferate?
proliferate on the whale.
I'm at
And
4.
everybody up to 4. Going to my end step and proliferate again. Oh, fun. I
Imagine that.
I hate Poison Deck so much. I gotta
I know,
say, I
we
don't
did that at the
enjoy
same
this.
time.
Just disclosure, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
enjoying it.
We need to kill Phil while casting one spell a turn.
Yep.
All right, we'll draw.
Good thing his commander is not a 4/4 lifelink flyer with vigilance.
All right, so here's
Yep.
the best I can do to
Good
help
luck.
with this. I'm gonna cast Galadriel's Dismissal
Oh,
for
come
1
on.
mana, which is target creature phases out, and then you can kick
Wait.
it to make everything phase out. I'm gonna phase
not
out the
kicking it?
Atraxa, and then I'm going to tap this to make 2. This is Arena of Glory, the land that gives haste to
Oh,
things.
the one you hated.
So I'm going to exert
Yeah,
this
so
Arena
good
of
here.
Glory, so it's not going to untap next turn. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's
God.
commander time. I'm going to play an Ur-Dragon.
Oh my god.
Ur-Dragon
Yes,
is going to
haste.
get haste because
Oh.
of the Arena of Glory. When one or more dragons attack, I get to draw that many cards, and then I put a permanent card from my hand onto the battlefield. It's a 10/10 flying, haste, vigilance, hexproof, lifelink, first strike, trampler
And we
because of the
proliferate.
Scion.
we proliferate though, right? Second spell.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to combat, swing both at Phil. So it's going to be 16 damage. First, I trigger my Ur-Dragon, 2 dragons attack, so I get to draw 2 cards. And then I can put a permanent from my hand onto the battlefield. I'm going to put Miram into
God.
play. I also have a Miram.
Okay, here's the deal. I stopped proliferating with Atraxa onto you guys. If you kill Richard, kill Seth.
Then you're just going to die afterwards. So 16 at you, Phil, and I will gain
I mean-
10.
You also kill me in one untap sense. At this
Yeah.
point.
Go ahead.
I'll take you up on that offer, Phil. I don't think we win if,
Yeah.
if Seth, I think we
I'm
lose
just
if
gonna let
Seth
you know I
untaps.
do not have a board wipe or anything.
But even if we wipe the board, Seth can bounce back way faster than Phil can. That's the problem.
But all Phil has to do is cast his
Sorry.
proliferate spells and
So-
you
so
die.
Phil
Like,
is not
you can harass me
interactable?
and interact. You
But
can't interact
clearly
with
Seth
him.
kills us.
This is a card that I had to look
What is
up
this one?
on the side. It is the Great Henge. And then we follow up 2 mana, gain 2 life. 3, 4, 5. Cast Terror of the Peaks.
I proliferate on Seth's poison counter there. The other
Are you
ones
guys
are fine.
Are you guys really
No
going
way
to team
this
up with the
works.
poison? Oh my god.
I mean,
Yes.
Welcome
Wow.
to Clash, where there's no
All right,
rule
you
ethics. Wait,
So I get a
There's
copy
2 of
of
them
it
now.
with Miram. I put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. So
What do you
whenever
get?
another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Terror of the Peak deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. So the Terror of
so
Peak
you should
enters
get 2
first,
triggers.
and then Miram triggers, and I get a copy of it and it enters the battlefield. And then the first Terror of the Peaks sees the second one enter
Yeah.
the battlefield because it entered first, and it will deal 5 to Richard. Done.
I can't believe that this host is
I got you, Seth.
Oh my god.
I'm on Team Seth.
We passed.
I just literally have nothing to do because I'm an elf ball deck. What is the only hope here? The hope is I draw removal for the proliferating guy. Seth, since you're the only one that would let me hit with this, I'm
Do
going to
whatever you
equip
need
to
to
see if we
do.
can get our way out of here.
Go for it.
Dousing Dagger flips. There's only one hope, Seth. It's not a very strong hope, but it is a hope.
The dousing. Wait, how does
I'm gonna
dousing dagger
siphon
help
mine.
though?
I'm
Oh,
gonna
God.
siphon mine.
Ah,
So you all
Okay.
discard one, and then I draw a card. So I'm gonna draw
I'm
3.
gonna discard open the way.
Okay, none of this is useful, Seth.
I'll
I
discard
tried.
Clever's Concealment. Hey, good attempt. Good attempt.
We'll discard Commercial District, which I forgot to play last turn. Oops.
I play Undergrowth Stadium, and then 2, 4, 6, 7. Pass the turn.
Okay, let's see if this is a spell. Oh yeah, Vanishing ticks down. I'd be shocked if I get 3 more upkeep. I will also proliferate. Spend 5 mana. Containment Grafter.
Oh, Lord.
Trample Toxic 1, 5/5. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to one or more players, proliferate. And at the beginning of your end step, if an opponent has 3 or more poison counters, draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield.
Nice.
I'm gonna cast a second spell, and it is 3 visits. I will proliferate on Seth and this thing. I just get a survey land. There it is. This is so brutal.
GG.
Yep,
Is it a
that
Xaxis?
seems like GG.
Because Atraxa is one,
Yep.
but he has
Yeah,
to
and
take
then he
combat
gets it.
damage.
Well,
He can
yeah.
block.
I can deal combat
Well, you
damage
can
with
hit
Atraxa,
anyone.
right?
It doesn't have to
I
hit
can
Yeah.
swing at Richard.
Oh.
Doesn't
Yep.
Richard have the answer?
Every week I play with Upcrim, I understand him more and more. When you have literally nothing to do because you're behind on mana and board, you just become an agent of chaos. So,
Oh, God.
Seth, I want you to remember the hard cast Obscuring Haze,
Wow.
which prevents all
yes.
damage that will be dealt
Yeah.
by creatures your opponents control, thus keeping Seth at 8.
But then
Thus,
Seth
Seth
just
will
wins
That
it.
keeps him
Seth
alive.
is
Yeah.
so wins.
No, I think Phil still wins because I just want to murder Tomer for breaking the deal with me.
Yeah, Tomer broke
So I
the
think
deal.
Phil still
I mean,
wins.
Phil
of all, I
is
didn't-
dirty, in fact.
I legit
So I
didn't
don't know. I don't know how I feel
remember.
about any of this, but I got nothing better to
I'm-
do.
I legit didn't
Yeah, I'm
remember,
gonna
but also
pass
Seth, what
and
were you gonna do
ping on
alternatively?
Seth.
If I said no deal, what would
And
you do?
this
Not play Ur Dragon, draw a billion cards, and drop down Mirim? What was your alternative?
Actually, I do get this end step trigger though. So at the beginning of my end step, if an opponent has 3 or more poison counters, draw a card, and I may put a land on the battlefield. So
Oh yeah, Arena Glory stays tapped down. I need to punish Tomer somehow. How do we do it though?
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna swing everything at Tomer. I will trigger my Dragon to draw 3 cards. Some of the stuff's actually going to be untapped because of Vigilance, because of Cyan, but I'll draw 3.
Yeah.
And then I get to put a permanent into play from my hand, Dragon Tempest. So Dragon Tempest, when a creature with flying enters, it gets haste. When a dragon enters, it deals X damage to target creature, player X's number of dragons you control.
What do they actually have?
So this has everything. Vigilance, Hexproof, Lifelink, First Strike, and Trample. This has First Strike, Hexproof, and Trample. And then the Scion is just a 6/6.
I don't have any dragons in my hand, so I'm going to block with the Mirim against your Scion of Draco.
So they'll trade off. Yep.
Yeah, I'll take 16 damage.
I'll gain 10. I haven't cast a spell this turn. This came into play for free. So I'm going to play as my land for the turn in Ancient Tomb.
Oh, so first spell kills Phil, second spell kills Tomer? Is it happening?
I don't know if it's going to be enough.
This was just Seth's game plan the entire time.
It's
He
the
just wants to
principle.
curry
It's
favor.
working.
He's
1,
like,
2,
he was
3.
like, I could kill everybody, but
We
oh,
technically
you guys,
agreed.
I'm taking
We
one for the
technically
team.
agreed to
I'm
it.
taking one for the team, you guys. Oh, I just have a billion mana and a billion cards in hand. Oh, I'm a little blamed. And the poison player, he's the mean one.
All right, so I'm going to have a colorless mana floating. So I'm going to cast Laughless Dragon Queen, drawn by, I think, a 3-year-old. Wait, hang on. I need to tap this differently. Red.
Oh, this
colorless
is
red.
Is the whole table dead? So I think Tomer's definitely dead too, no? Because you get double the
1,
dragons.
2, 3,
and
4,
double.
5.
Oh, he has a mirror.
You got double
oh,
dragons, yeah.
When Laughless enters, Mirim will make a copy of it. Laughless says when a non-token dragon enters, you get to make a 5/5 red dragon creature token. I don't get to make one of those right now, but because of the Dragon Tempest, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 dragons.
Also,
I'll
worth
give it-
noting, Mirren makes non-legendary tokens for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, otherwise, it wouldn't be good, right?
So I'm going to get a total of 8 damage, 4 damage 2 times, because I'm going to have the Dragon Tempest trigger resolve after the creature copy resolves. So I'm going to throw 4 damage at Phil's face twice. So for a total of 8.
I deserve this.
And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dragons. I'm going to tap this and the 3 Tree City everyone made fun of to make
Open the way is perfectly fine, everyone. I don't know how much mana have you spent this turn?
to make
See,
black
if I made
mana.
a deal, I apologize. I legitimately
Bladewing.
think about it, but like
Bladewing
Seth
the
was the
Risen.
baddie the entire time.
So Bladewing the
I mean,
Risen.
if any of you guys untapped, you would have won. If Phil
I will get
untapped, if Seth
two-
untapped, or Tomer
I will get
untapped, you
2
would
of
have won,
those.
right?
No, I had no dragons in my. I have no dragons in my.
I mean, that's
hand.
true.
So I think I only have 1
I
dragon
wasn't
in my
drawing
graveyard,
cards. I
unfortunately.
was barely ramping.
I think I win here because I also get token copies with this Lathless
Yeah.
from a
So how
non-token
many-
dragon. When Bladewing comes into play, I get to reanimate a dragon from my graveyard, which is going to be the
Oh.
Scion of Draco. And then I'm going to get token copies of each of them because of Miram. And then I'm also going to get 2 5/5 dragon tokens because of Lathless. So I'm going to have all the creatures resolve first. Does this non-token? Oh my god, it's not non-token. Oh god, you're super
No, it's just
dead.
dragon.
So yeah, so all these are going to enter. It's a million dragon Tempest triggers for a huge amount of damage. I'm going to throw enough at Tomer and at Richard, so they both die. Although Richard, you get to die last because you saved me last turn. So
I got nothing.
I think
Well played, elves.
GG.
What a hard fought second place.
wow,
In fact, was the hero we needed.
you might be right.
I am right. It's what
Tomer speaking as if his deck
be.
doesn't literally do the same thing. You just got to scout.
That's
it.
true. You did have 2 terrible.
Your deck is literally the exact same
Yes,
combo.
but I didn't go open the way into draw 8 cards.
Yeah, you just got a stuffed
into-
hand. That's
into
all.
Vault in my hand.
That's because you believe
I'm not
in
saying
basic.
I'm not saying I'm not doing evil things too, but like Seth did the evil things, and they were like, "Oh,
I-
but the poison though."
Got to keep your deals. A man of honor. My question is, these are the literal most popular commanders of all time. Is this really what people are doing all the time when they
Yeah,
play
do
commander?
people
Is it really
love
just
each
like
other? That's
infecting each
terrible.
other and these haymaker dragons? Is that really how most people play commander most of the time?
I don't see
one of my
infect that
play
much,
groups
honestly.
actually
No,
is
because
like,
they don't ramp. They sit on 4 lands and play 1 dragon, and then like,
Oh, that's right.
That's it.
It's so
right?
true.
That's right. My 33 land
Like,
dragon.
doesn't
deck.
Lateral feel so outclassed by everything? I don't know why it's so popular. Like it just folds so hard to a wrath, and you can't
people
get
don't
fast
play
enough.
routes though.
Lateral can be fast. Like people do just run like as many mana dorks as there are, and elves can generate a ton of mana faster than a
But it's
dragon.
not.
could
It's not
deploy.
fast enough, right? Like,
But you just
I don't
like you
know.
just do like the typical like Green Sun Zenith into Craterhoof, and like you're good.
That's not
like,
enough
I think
to
it's
kill
good.
3 players at 40 though, right? Like
Are you
Oh.
playing
let's
like
go
Three
to
Tree
game
City
2.
and like growing
I'm
right?
playing all the dorks. It's just there's only like 6 or 7 or something 1-drop dorks. It's not the same as
Yeah.
Legacy. Like you don't
Yeah.
get that many.
You don't
On
get
the
4 of
ground.
them, yeah.
Oh,
Boy.
hell
And elves go last. Oh.
I'm in the
Poor
same
elves.
spot, baby.
Don't worry. I should have played Triumph of the Hordes.
I
I
hope
know,
the
that's
deck
right.
runs open the way.
yeah.
My sneaky play was like if Seth died, I could get rid of Phil by casting Beast Within on my own land, and that would have double terror trigger, and then I swing.
Oh, I have a million lands, which means I'm keeping.
We mull till we find the 1-drop dork.
4, 3, 2, 1. Clash on.
Clash
on.
Should we just start
I'm
with this?
going to. You can. It's gonna be there soon. I'm gonna draw.
I did not know Atraxa Poison was so popular.
Oh.
I haven't seen it before, really.
I
So you know,
do
Triumph of
something
the
good.
Hordes is a very popular card. Like people like
I'm gonna
Yeah,
play an
the
overgrown
poison
tune
kills.
and chalk it
You know,
in.
people complain.
And look
don't
what
see
I
anybody
just
complaining
drew,
about
baby.
Dork?
I'm gonna play
Dork?
an exploration.
Oh, explore.
Oh,
boy.
my
And
god.
then I got an extra land drop, and I will use it to play a Floated Strand and crack it for a Sapphire's Headquarter and pass.
Good thing it's not a bounce land.
Ooh, that was a very good draw.
Commercial District, Surveil 1. I will surveil Lausanne Dragon's Legacy into the graveyard and pass.
I will
What's
draw
that?
for my turn.
Not relevant.
I'm just going to play a Path of Ancestry, and then you can go.
Born. Okay. Forest. Dork, but a bad dork. Pings me for 1 damage. Oh yeah, it's black mana. Go ahead.
Oh, Elves of
Draw.
Deep Shadow. Wow, Phil can go land a turn to Atraxa. Exploration's kind of busted.
A lot of people just play Explore, but they don't play the bounce lands, and I'm like, it's kind of hard.
You just
I
run out of
play next door.
lands, and
It's
a bad
very good
time.
in
next
our
door.
bounce lane believer meta. Oh my.
It's about
Bounce land.
Oh, come on!
I'm gonna
now.
pick up this shock land.
But Phil's tempo, guys, the tempo.
I'm gonna shock.
What temple?
Maybe
He
he'll
has
just
a
kill
Curation
himself
on the
with shocks.
battlefield.
I'm
Does he
gonna
still
play a
cast
Burden
spells?
Catacomb. Sure.
Oh my god,
Crack it.
he's gonna give us the poison
Oh,
counter
he's
already.
he's gonna ramp.
Your buddy's on 2-mana ramp or 2-mana poison
Got the
counter?
shrine.
I bet
Yeah,
on
the
the
answer
bonus
is
popping
it's
out
a
of nowhere.
plastic. I keep my deck in hand. I'm gonna say, oh my
Oh my
god,
God.
guys, sorry, this is crazy.
How
1,
many-
2,
how many
3,
cards do
4,
you have in
5,
hand,
6
though?
lands.
He's out of gas. We got him now.
All his cards are on the battlefield instead of his hand. So he's in trouble now.
Here's a triumph, and
He's in
good
trouble
luck.
now. We got
Okay.
him.
Yeah, well, I have an equally good scary turn 2. Forest Pass.
Yeah, mine might be about,
You guys are not greening correctly. Green harder, please.
Ah,
What if
that's like my
Elves
Omnath
crack
deck.
it?
It's beautiful.
for a basic
I'm going to get a
forest.
stern talking
My
to
one
by Rough.
beautiful-
Oh, there we go. After
Honestly,
this
I'm just
bad
gonna
showing.
cut this. I'm getting a basic forest, and then I'm gonna cast 3 wishes to get a
First of all,
triumph
that's
or
3
3
visits.
visits. 3
That's
visits.
good. That's
What
good.
did I say? 3 visits. So I'm just gonna double search, and you can go basic forest.
3 wishes. I tutor 3 times. Okay.
I would
Draw.
Oh, that'd be super sweet.
I am so disappointed by my deck.
Oh,
I'm going
no.
to show you Circle of Dream Druids.
Oh,
it's a
that's so
triple
good.
green dork that adds a
Oh.
green for each dork, but because this elf adds a black mana, uncastable.
Yo, you said you want Dance Cradle.
That's
You're running.
so
it.
So
awkward.
awkward, right? So
Yes,
I'm
Cradle,
still gonna
that's
play
so
Okinawa,
brutal.
whatever majig, and then I'm gonna play Realm Walker. So this is the thing where I can look at the top, play creatures off the top if I want. I have no mana, so it doesn't matter.
You lose a life at
I lose 1 because I have the greatest mana dork ever, and then pass the turn.
I'm kind of out of gas. No, let's see.
You don't even need you just need 1 poison counter, and you just keep casting Attracts.
Yeah, I need a poison counter. I don't have. So good news
Practice
for me
poison.
is that this might disincentivize people from attacking me. Here's a collective restraint. Creatures can't attack you unless they pay X for each creature, where X is 4 because I
Wait.
have 4
Ooh.
types of mana.
Ooh.
Wait, that's
Super
a
ghostly
mega
prison.
propaganda.
And I'm gonna play Windswept Heath and pass.
2 colors, I guess that's like okay.
I mean,
Totally
not
2
great
plus you
stuff.
can play
That's
one
like
an
mana.
a worse
island,
propaganda. Yeah.
And we will. It's a little late, but it's still good. Nature's Lore. I'm going to get a Surveil land, I believe.
While you're at it, I'm gonna crack for a Surveil land as well. I'm gonna surveil an exotic orchard in the graveyard.
I will untap and draw. I will just
We'll keep that on top.
play a Godless Shrine tapped and pass turn.
All right. I can draw this card. We're going to look at this card.
I'm kind of rooting for Elves. I feel like Elves did the least last game. I kind of want to see Elves pop off.
I play Wooded Foothills.
I'm rooting for Infect.
Same.
This is so scuffed. This 1 black mana is throwing everything off. It needs to be 4 green pips no matter what I do here.
I'm pretty sure that's the only green mana dork that does that too. You just drew the wrong one.
Okay, so we're going to use this dork. I'm going to play Elvish Warmaster. When 1 or more other elves enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 elf warrior creature token. This triggers once each turn. Then I can pay 7 mana, and then my elves get +2/+2 in Death Touch until end of turn. So I'm going to use Realm Walker to play a creature spell off the top of my library. It's going to be an Elvish Mystic.
Oh,
A
the
proper
value.
dork.
Whoa.
You make a
My
dude.
elf token. I think I want that card on top. So I'm just going to... Why is Phil at 31?
I shocked and fetched.
Ooh,
a
shock that, shock that.
He
All
did
right,
it to
I'm
himself.
gonna send 2
They're
at
hell of a
Phil.
drug.
We're not
we
going
pay
to
them.
even out the life totals because he took 9 by himself.
You might have
pay
to
the-
pay a
Oh.
little bit of mana.
Yeah.
Tomer.
All right.
Okay, go.
Okay, so far every
He's getting
card
away
I've
with
played
it.
could have been my Omnath deck. So let's draw something that resembles an Infect deck. That is not it. So I guess I just cast my commander. And
Hey,
I'm still not
dwarf
complaining.
with a bunch of
It's just
attacks.
boring.
No
That's-
value? What?
Yep.
No
I kind of
proliferation?
just had all ramp here.
Cards in
Couldn't
hand.
proliferate.
Cards in hand
6.
3.
No, I was just looking for Phil because
I have 4.
Oh, Phil.
I mean, this is a Phil
Oh,
problem.
is it me?
Several
Oh, it's me.
times he's played like
Mhm.
18 lands on turn 2 and then run out of gas.
all
The
right.
last time was no ban week, right? I don't think I've seen you do
Oh,
it with,
yeah, that was-
with the proper ban list.
It's finally my hope to try and do the rampy thing.
Miram time?
Tap.
or open the way time.
Open the way. Thank God he actually runs
Great.
open the way.
The dragon players just traded their seats last time.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yep.
Now-
And are open the ways.
So that's a land. So it's a wooded foothills. That's one. Kaiga, the Tide Star, Kiora, Behemoth Breaker. That's another land. That's blighted woodland, and that's another land. That's Rockfall Vale.
Tomer's
You
winning the
look
mana
at
the
war.
way
former
still
mana base, so
super
they're all just
cheap.
mana
It's-
fixing and basics.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
This is not my
Tomer's
deck.
caught up with Phil. Phil had the exploration star, and Tomer, I think, one open the way.
This
so
always
good.
happens.
It's so
right? 'Cause
strong.
open the way is a draw 3, put 3
so
on
And
the
seven.
ridiculous.
I'm at 7 mana.
I pass.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to cycle a Triome because I got a lot of lands in hand.
They
All right,
literally
cool.
reversed hands. Now
Yeah,
Yeah,
has
that's
no gas.
right.
We will
Tomer,
untap
open the
and
way.
draw. I'm going to play Haven of the Spirit Dragon. I might not be
Not
able to
recently.
cast the Ur Dragon. No, I didn't even put it in the deck. I blocked that out of my
Oh,
mind.
no.
But I knew you'd make fun of me for it.
You'll be fine, no matter what it says.
I'm going to play a
Oh.
Silent Ur Dragon, which is very flavorful with my commander. So it's a dragon. I pay 2 and search for a dragon, put it in my graveyard. And if I do, it becomes a copy of it until end of turn. More importantly, I get to scry with my Path of Ancestry.
It's
and
very
he
good
will
with the
put-
ancient dragons because you can like turn
that
into an
to
ancient
the
dragon, draw
bottom.
bajillion cards.
True.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't
Scion's
know.
Pretty good.
You haven't
It's
seen
bad
my
news
hands.
when like your Scion is this powerful, right? Like
Yeah.
Eldrazi Scions or whatever, like garbage, right? But look at
It's
this
gonna be like
Scion
either
of
the
Ur
red dragon.
Yeah, it is a
like
pretty
the-
legit Scion.
I'm going to fetch here, grab a Lord of the Rings forest so I can get a new peek at the top card of my deck. Peek at the top. Okay,
Oh.
that's not really what we wanted. I'm going to play a Leaf Crowned Visionary.
That's a good one.
This is other elves get +1/+1.
Oh.
And when I cast an elf spell, I may pay a green. If I do, draw a card. Elvish War Master is going to trigger. I'm going to make an elf token. This is Summoning Sick. We'll just put it over here. Then I'm going to pay 2 mana. I'm going to take a damage from my Elves of the Deep Shadow. I'm going to play Dwynen's Elite. 2/2 when it ETBs. If you control another elf, you may put a 1/1 green elf warrior on the battlefield. It's an elf spell. I'm going to pay green to draw a card. And then we're going to get a second elf token. I haven't played a
Elves are
land this
doing
turn
it.
yet. So I'm going to play a Golgari Rot Farm. I'm going to pick up my Lord of the Rings Forest. And then we're going to go to combat. And Tomer's the only one open. Wait, what did you do?
Get
Oh,
him.
you opened the way for $1 million.
I
Okay.
opened the way.
I have no sympathy for this. 3, 4, 5,
I
6,
cast
7,
the spell. Okay, I'll go to 30.
You can go ahead. And then
Okay, let's draw some.
One wrath, and it's super sad.
Yeah.
Unless you got the. Is there like a green clever concealment?
Heroic
No.
Intervention's about
Heroic
as good as it
Intervention.
gets,
No, but
right?
that's-
So
2
bad,
mana.
right? You need 2 mana. Does it save you against Farewell?
I'm telling you, you
I'm
need
gonna
snag.
cast an Arcane Signet.
But snag just combat damage. If it's
Uh,
not
no,
combat
No,
damage, I
after
tell
all
you.
the
It's,
ramp,
Yep.
the signal
I'm gonna
off the top.
swing. Wow, this is a little brazen, but Seth, you want to trade?
Nope.
Ooh.
I'll take the 4.
Calls him.
Okay.
Calls him again.
wow.
I guess I'll just pass. At least I'm safe for now.
So Seagate
But I'm kinda
Restoration
scared
won't
of-
save you, but you need a big card draw spell.
I don't want the elves to be sad, but they have been swinging at me.
Oh, blast
Blast
As
them.
if you weren't going to do this.
Oh.
Okay, yep.
Wow,
Great.
I'm gonna
But
respond.
they have been.
Oh, wait.
Wow.
You're going to save my Scion?
FC, baby. Revitalizing repass.
Oh!
Wow!
I'm gonna put a count on my Atraxa
Come
and it
on.
gains indestructible until then.
Oh,
We have
and then you
enough
can
creatures, right?
proliferate it too. That's actually
Yep.
hilarious.
Oh, wait,
you
these
also
die
lose
too.
the land
Oh,
mana
yeah.
dorks too. Yeah, poor.
Great, I'm
oh
at
my
4
God.
mana.
No, back to the stone
How does
age.
anyone play elves? Oh,
This is what
no.
people do, right? That's why
How
it's
do
like
people
the
do
best
that?
strategy is to ramp and wrath, and like 99% of commander players are out if you're a mana dork believer.
Maybe people just don't play wraths. Like
Two.
maybe
Oh,
that's
yeah,
why they
that's
do it is
usually
because no one actually rests the board.
We're gonna cast Stirring Bard. It's a 0/4 defender. Enters the battlefield. You take the initiative, and you
Oh.
can tap it, gain menace and haste until on the turn. I'm gonna gain the initiative, and I'm going to get a basic for my land. But I'm also gonna crack my Wooded Foothills at the same time to shortcut it a little bit. I'm going to get 2 red sources, and I will follow up with a Vengeful Ancestor. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, goad target creature. Whenever the goaded creature attacks, it deals 1 damage to its controller. I'm going to goad Atraxa, and now I'm going to get a mountain.
It's a Baldur's Gate dragon deck.
So the deck is, it's my boyfriend's just cards he owned. I love Baldur's Gate, so we collectively opened a lot of Baldur's Gate. But yeah, so then I'm done after that, and I have the
All right.
initiative.
Oh, I get the initiative.
Everybody's favorite mechanic.
You just gotta
the
hit him.
initiative.
I actually
Go
don't
to-
mind it. In
Do you have the
Commander.
initiative token?
I will untap and draw.
Yes, of course.
I want that.
All right. If someone
Come
wants
you-
to attempt to discovery, I am so
Come and
willing
get it.
to give them.
Come and get it.
Yeah, if I draw it, I will cast it for you.
I cut it out of some decks because it's so scary now with all the utility lands, and I know that you guys play them.
But
so I
you
can't
also
even-
play your utility land, so it's all at
Yes.
minimum.
I'm just gonna play your deck. I'm gonna play Miram. I've drawn as many
You know
Mirams
what?
as Tomer. I get to scry because of Path of Ancestry.
Seth has high rolled twice.
Yeah, Tomer's got it in the
The,
command
the
zone. I don't know
Miram's
how
like the
we
best
keep
card
drawing
in his
it.
deck. Tomer has it in the command zone, but Seth has naturally drawn it twice.
It's a good dragon.
Phil, do you have a blue surveil land?
That's
That
a blue
is
surveillance.
bounce
yeah.
land. Send a message.
No. I'm just playing Vesuva. I'm gonna play Vesuva.
Wait, I have an Okina temple. You can pump your dragons.
I need a blue source, so I think I'm just gonna hit the blue green surveil land, and then you can go. I'm gonna surveil. You
Wow.
go.
We got 4
Um,
whole manas to work with.
I'm going to mill the fetch to surveil.
Yeah, Richard, I'm going to tell you, you might not want to extend on the board if you can.
Oh,
Hey.
I was going to play
Just-
my
I
commander
didn't
because I had
get it
nothing to do. Thank you, Phil.
Phil feels
I
bad.
appreciate
Phil
that.
feels bad.
I'm going to pass the turn.
All right. I'm sorry, I got a little...
I saw
can't
the
do
weather
this
report
to
this
the
morning. It said stay home and lock the doors, so I'm going to do that.
I'm going to swing in at Richard.
So I
Yeah.
take 5 commander damage. I go to 31.
I'm going to pay 8 mana. I don't want to see Mirren untap again. I'm going to play the Meat Hook Massacre for X
Ooh.
equals 6.
Ooh.
And
All right.
that will be one of my creatures dying, so everybody loses 1. And I
Yep.
gain 3.
There was definitely not an elf big enough to survive that.
And pass. Yeah.
I move to upkeep. I do an initiative. I'm going to go to the Lost Well and scry 2. I was going to put 2 counters on my creature, but
Tomer, did you ever finish
Alas.
Baldur's Gate 3?
yes, it was great. I'll put this on top and this
We
on
can see
bottom.
the cards every time you
Yeah, that-
scry.
You should probably keep tribute. That's pretty good in your deck.
Yeah, I will. And then I'll move to draw. You don't know what I got, though. It's
No.
a mystery to all.
You're gonna play it anyway.
3 green. I'm going to cast a spell called, I don't know if you've heard it, but it's a Tribute
Whoa.
to the World Tree.
Where'd
Wow!
that come from?
It's an enchantment. Whenever creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card if its power is 3 or greater. Otherwise, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. And then how much is Miram? 6, 2, 4, 6. I will pay 6 mana and cast. Well, you played a Miram. I thought it was a
Nice.
good idea, so I'll play a
It is a
Miram.
good idea, and you get to
I'll
draw
cast
a
Mirror.
card.
Yes,
Yours
I
is
get to
better
draw a
than
card.
mine though, because it's signed by Kibler. So
Yes, it's blessed by the Kibler gods. All right, I'm done.
how about the swords to plowshares? I would take. I
Yeah,
do have
please,
swords in
somebody
this
deal with
deck.
this one.
We will.
Would you like to
untap
pay
and
the Lord
draw.
too?
Do we just die to Tomer? Like it's got to be bad, right? I can't stop it,
I
but
hope it's bad.
I
Well,
hope
what
I
if
don't
you
last,
attacked
at
Miram,
least.
Seth? We would die. Right?
Whoa.
So it would only be logical.
But how many cards do you have? I'm trying to figure out this exact situation. How many cards do you got in hand, Tomer?
4. I have 4.
Oh, so you have some.
Seth is determined whether he should sandbag his wrath or not, is what he's saying. Like, can he untap and get some value before he needs the wrath?
Richard is so good at magic. I'm going to
Are you sandbagging?
tap all
it
of
or
my
not?
land and cast a Seagate
No!
Restoration.
Oh, God.
So I have 3 cards in hand. So I'm going to draw four
I love it.
cards.
We gotta punish
And
him.
I have no
It's
max hand
beautiful.
size.
He might
I
get
mean,
away with
oh,
this.
God.
He
actually.
might get away with it. There's
It's a good
only a
timing.
Miram on the battlefield.
You can go.
I am going to add a black mana, and then with my floating green, I'm going to use it to pump Miram, but I'm not going to pay for reward, so it counters. Okay,
Ooh.
so I'm going to vampire tutor with my black mana, though.
Oh, are you getting around?
Look at those
You get award the
tricks.
ward that way.
But wait, ward triggers every time, right?
Oh, never
It's
mind.
not like
Triggers
one
every
time.
turn.
I was
yeah.
thinking Akira.
Kira.
I'm just entertaining
the
myself
Kira trick.
with
Alright.
I'm
Yeah,
just
boy.
entertaining myself with random inconsequential actions. Are you
Richard,
really gonna wrath Seth? Okay, I'm gonna
I-
do.
I
I,
hate to
take
say-
2.
Yeah, Richard, since Phil did this for your last turn, I do have Blasphemous Act. I couldn't cast it because I didn't have enough mana, but just
Yeah,
keep that
because
in mind as you're,
You have
as you're
to,
making
you have to
your
draw
plays.
a billion cards first.
Okay, I'm gonna
Oh.
play my dork. I'm gonna take a gamble.
I'm
gamble
attacking
here.
you next turn, I
Oh,
hope.
yeah.
I need a creature on board in case this wrath doesn't go off for whatever reason. Like Tomer
Yeah.
can have a counter spell. We're on the battlefield. Go ahead,
Yep.
Phil.
Kind of hope to
We
just
missed the land
draw.
drop, by the way, showing you that
restoration
ramp
or
doesn't
something.
count if you start
Ooh.
missing land drops.
I'm gonna play Azurius Chancery, tap this in response, pick it up. I got a green floating. I'm gonna play it, surveil. I guess I keep this.
How many bounce lands are you playing, Phil?
I think all of them in my color. I might have cut one and then
Ooh.
no.
I mean, if you play Explorer, you have to, right?
Yeah,
I
but
play
Explorer is so
extra
good.
land drops.
I would
think
play
this
all the
deck is
bounce
also
lands
Or
for
run on
Exploration.
3.
3, 4,
Yeah.
Seagate
5,
Restoration draw.
Play
six.
some creatures.
What are we doing?
Yes.
6. I
Warrior,
play
the Blasphemous Axe.
Atraxa.
We really
Then I'm
banking on this
gonna-
Wrath not going off, huh?
No, I just want to draw cards and I'm doing it in the most clunky way possible.
Yeah, I'm
I'm gonna
thinking Phil's
play-
hand is like nothing, so you might as well just cast a Trax over.
I'm gonna
for
play
him, right?
Dawn of a
Oh.
New Age. It enters the
Oh.
battlefield with a hope counter for each
Yeah.
creature you control. And at
Oh,
the
you
beginning
can
of your end
proliferate
step,
it, though.
remove a hope counter from
Oh, he can
Dawn of the New
proliferate
Age.
it. Pause.
Yeah,
If you
it's
do
actually
draw a
kinda good.
card, and then if it's the last
Alright.
card,
Like it's a 2-mana Phyrexian Arena.
Hit him with the
sacrifice it.
farewell.
Yeah. So what happens now in my end step? The triggers will go on the stack, and I stack them in a way where Atraxa proliferates first, and then take off a counter, draw a card.
Such value.
That's the plan for now. Pass.
I'm going to untap. I'm going to have the initiative still. So I'm going to go to stash, create a treasure token. All right, now I draw for a turn. So yeah, Seth, I'm going to swing at you for Miram for 6.
Sure.
I'm going to play Obsidian Charm off for 2 mana because
Oh,
we all play a
that's me.
lot of non-basics. No, Seth drew a lot of cards, and I'm not worried about you, Phil. So I'm going to blow up 2 lands because I copy it with Obsidian Charm off.
Sure.
It's gonna be they could only produce colorless. I'm sorry, Seth, but you drew a lot of cards, and now I'm scared of you. And I'm gonna blow up the Path of Ancestry and the Rafine's Tower.
Inspire headquarters? Like the
Oh,
Triumph?
Spire Headquarters. That's
Okay.
what I meant. Yes.
Sure.
And I get to draw 2 cards because 2 4/4s enter the battlefield. Now this deck is popping. All right, we'll play a forest. I'm aware y'all want to wipe the board, so
I'm
which
pretty
is
sure
quite nice
Commander
of
in
you.
2024 is just whoever resolves open the way wins.
Yes.
I'm pretty
It
sure
always
that's,
is.
It's a
that's
pretty
just
good
how
card.
that
Like,
game
I need
goes.
card draw. I need tempo.
Now it's my
But
time.
You
Wow.
basically double your spells, right?
I'm going to make that Blasphemous Act a little bit harsher for you. Wrathful Red Dragon. It says whenever a dragon you control is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any
Seth
target
is
that isn't
dead
a
instantly
dragon.
If he
I have
blasts
2
Oh,
copies of it.
Wow.
So thank you for showing the Blasphemous Act. I appreciated it. I'm going to draw 2 cards for tribute.
Don't worry, but Seth has a farewell as backup. right?
Well, if he has the
Oh God, no,
I mean,
please.
it doesn't even matter, but
and
really.
and I think that's it for now. I will pass.
Even a farewell, I don't think it really does anything with the amount of cards in Mana Tomer has. Like
Well,
he's,
yeah, I mean,
I think
that-
he has
that's
more
called
mana
open
and
the way,
cards than the
though.
rest of the
Yeah,
table.
yeah.
That's called open the way, right?
It's open the way.
All right,
Tribute of the world tree.
I mean, do I wrath?
Do you die?
Yeah, you wrath, but not of the Blasphemous Act. You just insta die, no?
I think you
Well,
need to
no,
wait for
or
somebody to get rid
Each
of
dragon
the
does 13 to you?
They do 26 because I have 2 of them.
But it's to any
13.
target, so he would. I guess everyone would
Wait.
die. But
I would
Yeah,
kill
we're just gonna
everybody.
die with.
But he would
Tomer
probably
doing
insta kill you
more-
if everyone doesn't die, right?
I'm gonna. I guess playing.
I mean, I'm okay with you
Delta.
blasphemous acting. I go for
No, I don't think so.
Yo, Seth, secret rendezvous me. I got it out.
Yeah.
Secret rendezvous me.
All right, Watery Grave. What do you have that would be an out?
It's literally any wrath.
I think,
like,
All
just
a-
all black
just a
wraths
wrath.
are double black.
it.
right?
Yeah, just anything that's not a blasphemous act will get
Yeah,
you
just
out
a
of
non-damage wrath.
I'll just play an Ancient Comper Dragon, and then you can go.
See, I told you. I knew the wrath was not
Vile.
going to happen. Now I untap with the dork.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a cradle dog as well.
All right, guys. I drew really bad stuff. Pass the turn.
Whoa. All right. Let's see what I can do. I do play Rafts in here.
Oh, Phil is safe. Phil has the giant propaganda of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
the giant
far I'm
propaganda
safe,
is
but
gonna
we'll see
delay a
how long
lot.
this holds up.
I
For
mean,
5
that
mana,
world tree
I'm
needs
gonna
to go.
play Contaminate Grafter, and it has Trample
Yeah.
Toxic 1 and 21, all the stuff from before. I'm going to swing in at Richard. I'm sorry, I gained
4
one.
commander.
Sweet life
I-
gain.
Then I'll go into my end step. So I'm gonna proliferate on this and then remove the counter again and draw a card. Pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Initiative. I'm gonna go to the catacombs. I'm gonna create a 4/1 skeleton creature token with menace. There it is. It's beautiful. Draw a card.
Wait, you draw a card because of the skeleton as well, right? Because of the Path of the Wild Tree?
yeah, because the
Yeah.
trigger triggers a trigger with the word tribute. Oh my. Okay, I'll draw
I can't
another
believe
card.
tribute doesn't say non-token.
What a silly card. I'm gonna play a mountain. Let's play a fun dragon.
A fun one, you say. Okay, I'm
yes,
ready to have fun,
fun one.
Tomer. I'm gonna hold you to it. Getting my party hat.
So we'll pay a triple red and a forest and an island, and we'll cast a really fun spell called the Scourge of Valkus.
Oh, that's not good.
Whenever
that should be-
Scourge of Valkus
Everyone's
or
just dead,
another
right?
dragon enters the battlefield under your control, it deals damage to any target where X is the number of dragons you control. So I'm going to get a Scourge trigger and a Miram trigger and a Tribute trigger. Okay? I'm going to draw a card off the Tribute. I'm going to trigger Miram first, so I'm going to make a copy of it, and that will have its own trigger, and now we'll resolve the first Scourge trigger.
Oh no.
And then I draw another
God.
card off the Tribute, because why not? Because that's fun. Oh, okay, now it's over.
Oh, God.
The first Scourge of Valkas trigger resolved.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the second one will be there's 14 more. So I'll do 7 to Seth, 7 to Richard, 7 to Phil. And then we'll cast another fun spell. Terror of,
Oh my God, we're dead.
Terror of the Peaks.
Oh, you must
I
have just
just-
drawn that. I don't know if it's actually lethal, is it?
Maybe Phil lives
He
or something.
still
No,
has
I
an
think-
attack
I
step.
think what I do is I kill Phil and I swing for lethal
Yeah,
on
you can
everybody
kill
else,
me.
right?
Oh, I guess
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I get a Miram trigger, I resolve it, I get a Tribute trigger, I'm going to draw 2 cards because 2 came in. Let's draw some more, that's fine. And then I got Scourge triggers and Terror triggers. So the Terror of the Peaks. The original will see the copy. I'm going to do 36 damage from the Scourge and 5 from the Terror of the Peaks. So it should be just like 41 or something to
Oh, is
your
that
face.
exact
41 altogether.
41 to your face. I
All
apologize.
right, we're not last.
Nefarious protection.
No.
Maybe.
White flare?
Here's a clever concealment.
Ah,
Oh, the
Yeah.
wrong one.
I'm going to pay 1 blue and use my treasure, and I'm going to use an adventure, Sword Coast Serpent's adventure side, Capsizing Wave. I'm going to return target creature to its owner's hand. I'm going to target the Ancient Copper Dragon.
Boink.
Okay?
Yep.
I'm going to keep it simple.
I think
and
you
I'm
can
going to
kill
attack
me,
Yeah,
but
I'm going to
not
attack
you
Seth.
two.
This is 16, 20, and I'll send 4 at Richard in the air.
Okay. Wow, I have a
Alright,
response
so-
to this.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, God. Is it like-
Galadriel Ambush. I create X 1/1 green
Oh.
elf warrior creature tokens where X is the number of attacking creatures. Prevent all
Whoa!
combat damage that will be dealt by non-elves this turn. So
Whoa!
far.
Oh,
Yo, that's
wow.
Final for
awesome.
elves.
I
Yeah,
1,
technically
2,
maybe.
3,
did.
4,
Damn right.
5. So this is Spider Fog for elves.
Yeah, I guess you stop all damage.
Seth, if
That's
you
it.
can
I'm tapped
phase
out.
out his stuff,
I'm tapped
that
out.
would be very good. If you could give me Dowsing Dagger plants, that'd be very good. If you could
Yep,
up my
yep, the
creature
hoop.
count,
I'll draw. I don't think my hand helps with any of that. Yeah, the Blasphemous Axe still just kills us.
yeah, no.
I'm
Wait, what
Team
is?
Blasphemous
Let me
Axe.
read this
We
dragon
dead.
real quick.
we dead if you blast act.
Oh, lastless and a
Wait, what does
hallowed
Lastless
mountain.
do?
It does literally
It's the one
nothing.
that-
Oh,
but I-
that's the one that
Dragon.
makes.
Oh, yeah, it makes dragon. Whenever another non-token dragon enters, I get to make a 5/5 dragon with flying. Can pay 2 to pump my dragons +1/+0. But nothing to help us with our current situation. And then you can go, Richard. Sorry,
Alright, as a
nothing
flex,
to contribute.
I'm gonna make 2, 4, 6 mana, 7 mana.
Hell yeah.
Then I'm gonna let it go to waste and untap.
Richard does have some mana now.
I feel like, yeah, Richard, maybe he's actually has like the hoof into Triumph of the Hordes or something, and then we're good.
Hoof wouldn't even do it, would it?
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to play my commander.
Uh-huh.
My commander does not have haste, unfortunately. Okay. I tap this elf. It's gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's good.
And then hoof costs 8. So when it ETBs,
Oh, this
creatures
is
I
enough.
control get +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures I control. So everything gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hoof itself has haste.
Whoa.
So this is 1, 2, 3,
Wow.
4, 5 times
Wait,
9.
are elves gonna steal?
Is it enough?
45 plus 14.
45
Right.
plus 14, 59, minus
59.
17, 42. Oh, you can
Oh, I'm
almost kill
super
both of
dead.
us. You kill Tomer for sure, and you will almost be
Absolutely.
killed
Yeah.
too.
Okay, wait, can I kill Seth though if I take 9 away?
So I have 6
Huh?
toughness, and I'm at 20.
Yes, I-
Wow.
You need another
that
like
doesn't work.
25 at me for me to actually die from
Wow.
the blocker.
So this would be 45 at Tomer, right? And then Seth gets 14.
I'm tapped out. I got no responses to any of this.
Okay. And then we're getting a
Um,
blast act next turn.
True, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. You get the blast action next turn.
But whatever, we did elf vaulting.
No,
We just
do
needed a
elf
lot of
vault
mercy
things.
and help from the rest of the
I
team.
needed,
I'm
like,
very
one more
impressed.
elf.
I won't kill any of your attackers. I will just take the damage. GG. Well
Alright.
done.
I dropped a
Wow.
6.
Oh, you got the initiative too. I think.
Oh,
Right?
you do
Wait,
get the
let's
initiative.
go.
So you
Does
get
this
to
do
get a
anything like that?
basic.
Land
So you
drop.
get to go to the secret entrance. Yeah, you get to fetch your basic.
Oh no, I cut the one swamp in my deck.
You don't have any basics?
No, I have
What
forest.
the-
I have forest, but
Okay.
because you have to turn one dork, you don't want the swamp, right? So I cut the one swamp out of my deck and I run 9 forests. It is your go.
Okay.
I wonder what
I
that's
don't
gonna do.
Untap and draw. I feel bad
Well
even
done,
to cast the
elves.
Blasphemous Act, but I already people know it exists, so there's no way I cannot cast it. I'm pretty priced in at this point. So I'm gonna tap 3 mana. I'm gonna play a Great Henge. So you know what that does. I draw cards when I play creatures, and then I will play a Blood Crypt untapped down to 4. I will
Soft
play-
consumption, baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That would actually just kill
You go
me.
back to 6.
So I'll hit you. I will steal the initiative.
But do you have any basics left, Seth?
I have one
He's a
forest and one
5C
mountain.
deck. Like, what do you want
Yeah,
from him?
I know. I'm
actually-
riven, but
I might have a mountain. I should have one forest and one mountain. I have 2 basics in the deck, so I might actually have the mountain still, I think.
it would
We're
be
just-
funny
we're
though
doing
to
it
be like
responsible.
metagaming the play group by running the initiative because I'm the only one who's got a basic.
The
on
only
it.
one that
Like,
gets the land up.
Can you imagine?
Then post combat, spend this blood crit mana to cast the Blasphemous Act and blow up the board. And then we'll just play a Ancient Copper Dragon, which will trigger the Great Henge to draw a card and get a counter. Actually only costs 5 because of the Dragon giving it a discount. And then go ahead, back up to 6 because of the Great Henge gaining life.
Can the elves bounce back? That's the question. I guess like there is Black
7.
Mastery Animation maybe in the deck.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Torment the
Wirewood
Hellfire.
Channeler. 2/2. Add X
The
mana of
race.
any one color where X is a number of elves in play.
Ooh, that would be a good laugh.
It's still true that I die to a wrath regardless of what turn it is, and a wrath just went off. So, go ahead, Seth.
Oh boy. All right. So we're gonna
Just remember who
untap.
bombed twice for you.
I honestly, I don't even know if I should have cast the Blasphemous
What's the
Act.
bomb?
Well, I'm gonna. Should we
I
do
mean-
things first?
Oh,
I
you know,
have
I
to, right?
actually misplayed. I should have let Tomer kill Seth and then Fog post combat, but I
Oh, you
didn't know
would've
if I
still
had
gotten
enough
the
crater
thing?
hoof damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you could have.
And then
done
you would have
that.
just that would have been just GG.
Well, I'm gonna swing with this Ancient Copper Dragon for 7.
So this is the roll a die. Get him.
Yeah.
This is a roll a d20, and I get to make treasures equal to the result.
Surely there's no way to burn me from 4 life in a dragon deck.
We're gonna roll a d20. and
Literally
ends
half
on
the dragon
3. Oh
TTV.
god, 3. So I think you might be living here, sort of.
What?
Ish.
No.
Technically, I didn't do the Undercity thing on my upkeep, but we'll just go to the Scry 2 room. It doesn't. I don't think it actually is very relevant here. So I'm gonna spend 1, 2, and 3 mana. We'll play Rivez of the Claw. Makes 2 mana for dragons and lets me cast dragons from my graveyard once a turn with a finality counter. Get to draw a card because of the Great Henge. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to cast a Scale Lord Reckoner. Whenever a dragon becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, I get to destroy a non-land permanent that
Oh,
that
that's pretty
player
good.
controls. Yeah. So I'm
Very
going to get
ridiculous.
counters on these. I get to draw a card thanks to the Great Henge. That
I feel
doesn't
like
Maybe
actually-
to the world tree.
we're just playing the same cards.
It's just like
Yeah,
you're playing the same
it's
deck.
Kind of the same. It's kind of the same deck. Arcane Signet, and then you can go.
It took us this long to fix the mana. Okay.
We got the
I
double
don't know
black.
what this will do. Really? Can I get a graveyard check, Seth? What do you got in there?
Oh, are you reanimating? So I have a Lathless and a Miram and a Scion.
Oh, then this is very unexciting. So we're just gonna do this. This will not be enough, I don't think, because a lot of stuff is gonna happen because of Miram. I'm gonna add a black mana with Wirewood Channel.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3, 4, 5. We're gonna Living Death.
Oh.
So set aside all creatures and all graveyards. Basically, all the creatures on the battlefield will go to the graveyard after this, and then everything in the graveyard will come back out.
Is the one crater hoof enough?
I don't think so, because he has a lot of bodies, but we're gonna...
Yeah.
But it's a sweet play. It might be enough.
That is a sweet play.
I don't have
Milk
Oh,
would
wait.
trigger,
Does
though.
the War Master or whatever trigger?
Yeah, so War Master is going to trigger. Dwynen's Elite is going to trigger. None of these have haste, though. Only the Crater Hoof itself has haste, right?
Oh yeah, this isn't going to be enough for sure because
No.
I get a lot of triggers too. So I get a bunch of Great Henge triggers. So I'm going to draw 3. I'm going to get counters on each of these. And then Miram is going to make token copies of the Scion and the Lathless. And then Lathless is going to make
Oh, no.
1, 2, 5, 5 dragon tokens. And then I'll draw the 3 cards from the Great Henge.
Okay. So with these triggers on the stack, I'm gonna look at the top card with the Realm Walker. I choose Elf with Realm Walker, by the way.
Richard, do you happen to have enough mana to activate your War Master?
A War Master.
Yeah, if you can activate
War
War Master, you
Master,
get Death
Death
If you
Touch and
give it
Trample
Death
would let
Touch,
you do
yeah.
it. Yeah.
So this only gives elves, but
Oh,
I only have
elves.
3 mana, right? Because all these elves are summoning. sick.
No, there's something
Right.
sick. No.
Other elves are control +1/+1. Dork. Yeah. So Crater Hoof. So it's a 15. And then Okina doesn't even do anything because it's legendary. Crater Hoof is not legendary. So we're going to shamble in for
I mean, the elves definitely put up a fight. So it's how big is the hoof? 16?
15.
I'm going to block with the 2 5/5s and the 2 token copies and the Lathless. So 27 total. I don't know what tricks you might have if you have those spells. So 27 total power in front of the hoof.
I'll
look up
kill
the
the
circle.
Lathlesses or whatever. I guess, I don't know. We got to stack it. So I have 15.
Okay.
I'm looking to kill
You
you.
have 15. So I guess killing those 2 makes the most sense, probably.
Yeah. Does Richard have another fog? Go
Richard
ahead.
needs another fog. All right.
I need
We
the
will
greatest card in
untap.
Magic the Gathering.
And we will draw Undercity. I will make a treasure token, I guess, with the Undercity.
If that just went
So-
to the other room, it would have been lose 5 life. GG.
Oh,
I was trying to avoid putting 2 counters on a creature after combat.
Wait, you can
but
just
yeah,
kill me, right? You can just kill me with that. Target player loses 5 life.
No, but
Well,
he's
I
on
can't
the
go to
wrong
that room.
side.
That would have been
on the wrong side.
turns ago.
Oh, that's
yeah.
not how this
If I
works.
went down another path a few turns ago, yeah.
I forgot there were paths on this thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to cast Majestic Genesis. Reveal the top X card from your library. Where X is the greatest mana value of commanders you own on the battlefield. They're in the command zone. You can put any number of permanent cards from among them on the battlefield. My commander costs 9 mana, so I get to reveal my top 9 cards, and I get to put any permanents into play. Land, the rest go in the bottom, all right? That's going to go on the bottom. That's going to go on the bottom. Kindred Discovery, that'll go on Dragon. Steel Hellkite. Actually, that was not very good for that amount of mana. That was actually pretty lackluster.
Wait, but you get the Kindred Discovery, though. You can draw. And you're going to draw so many when you attack.
I do get a trigger from the Great Henge on this.
Maybe you mill him out.
So I get to draw a card for that. And then Miram will trigger to make a copy of the Steel Hellkite. And then Kindred Discovery will draw me 2 cards from the dragons entering. And then we're going to combat. I'm going to swing at Richard with everything and see if he has a fog.
I'm dead. But I had a funny card last turn, which is Pact of the Serpent. Target player loses X card, draws X card, loses X life, but you only had 2 dragons. But if you had done this board state previously, or if I had the mana after Living Death, but I don't have enough black mana. I have 3 mana, right? But I don't have enough black pips to.
Why are you playing
cast
so
it.
many basics over there, Richard? That's a lot. I love basic.
You know
force
why?
Over
Because
there.
of Arbor Elf. Because of Arbor Elf, which untaps a basic
I
forest.
respect that. I respect that a lot.
Those were the most popular commanders in the history of the commander format, battling it out. And I gotta say, in the end, I think we got to see pretty much every deck do its thing. Phil almost poisoned out the table. Tomer popped off with Miram. I popped off with Miram too, oddly, out of my Ur-Dragon deck. Richard didn't do anything game 1, came back in game 2 with some sneaky kills. So I think we got to see why these decks are so popular. If you're watching, let us know what your favorite commander deck is in the comments. Anyway, that's all for this week, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll be back next week for some more commander fun. So until then, have an amazing week. And this is the crew signing out.